Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Sam Patel, and today we're going to be talking to you about how Indiegogo works. This is one of a question that comes again and again, and today I'm going to try and help you unravel how it works and how you can use it. So today we're going to be talking about Indiegogo and how it works. A lot of people are asking about how they can use it for their campaign. What are some of the things about it? So let's get straight into that. So the first thing, what is Indiegogo? Indiegogo is a platform where people exchange money in the return for a product or service. So if you're a product creator, you would stick your product up on here. Say, for example, you've created a watch, and what you do is before you're even selling the watch to the market, or even before you go and get some orders from the manufacturer, you would go and put it up on Indiegogo. You would then ask people for pre-orders of that product, and you'd have different types of funding goals. Funding goals are just things where you would say, hey, to make this watch, I need to get $20,000 worth of orders. If I get $20,000 worth of orders, you can get this watch for $89. So that's what Indiegogo is. Indiegogo also has a lot of other things. It has, you can create a campaign for causes. You can, even recently they were taking Bitcoin they were doing fundraising for cryptocurrency projects. So, Indiegogo does quite a lot of things. They also do a lot of what's called InDemand. So InDemand is something where after it's gone through the main platforms like Kickstarter, Indiegogo, then people have the chance to carry on and generate further pre-orders or sales up until they deliver. You can be on the Indiegogo InDemand platform for as long as you want. And a lot of people tend to do this. They tend to keep generating pre-orders on it until they build up their e-commerce websites or Shopify. So a lot of people think Indiegogo is a lot of free money. It's just a case of let's put my project up on there and I'll get some money from somewhere. This isn't the case. Indiegogo is a platform that is motivated by money. They charge about 8% on every order that's generated as long as you reach your funding goal. So Indiegogo is profit orientated, so it's going to be promoting products that are bringing in money. So a lot of people think, hey, what I'm going to do, they see a lot of projects hitting millions, so they think, I can create this, and they chuck it up on the platform, and then they think, I should be making this amount of money. But no, this is not the case. You need to build up a community of people that are going to support your project even before you launch the campaign. So this isn't just friends and family. The amount of friends and family that people rely on is ridiculous. Friends and family is not who's going to support your product at the end of the day. You've got to find people that are going to buy this, people that are interested in. If we're going back to the example of the watch, it's got to be these people that are interested in this, and you've got to build up a community. The easiest way to build up a community is start generating email addresses, stick up a landing page, let people know that you've created this lovely product and you need funding for it. So use the personal appeal. A lot of people tend to not use the personal appeal, and this is a no-no in terms of generating funds. Indiegogo has its own community of backers. This is the real reason why people use it. They have a huge amount of traffic that comes through. They have their own mailing list that have hundreds of thousands of people on the mailing list, and this is where you actually get a lot of money from. So if you bring the platform money, and yes, Indiegogo is profit orientated, so if you're going to be bringing it money, what's Indiegogo going to do to you? They're obviously going to promote you to that audience, right? They're going to do the mail outs for you. They're going to put you on prime spots. They're going to put you on the number one spots. They're working it out based on traffic and conversions. So if your project is generating lots of conversions, it's going to keep promoting you because it's profitable for it to do that. If you end up working with Indiegogo, you can reach out to their community support teams and they will give you a deal. Usually this deal means if your project reaches 20,000, they'll give you their equivalent of Projects We Love. Projects We Love is a stamp that you can use, and you can say Indiegogo recommended, and this brings you a lot of sales. They'll also do some social media shout outs for you. Once you get to 25,000, that's when things get interesting. That's when they'll do a mail out for you to one of their audiences. It's a smaller audience, but you should generate a bunch of free money here. Then the next target after that is 50,000, and the one after that is 100,000. So once you get to the 100,000, that's when they do a global newsletter, and this is where you get a lot of coverage, a lot of traffic, and a lot of awareness about your product. And this is the aim. A lot of people think, oh, my ads only give me 2 to 3x return, so it's not profitable for me to drive ads. Usually Indiegogo generates anywhere between 30 to 40% of a funding goal, just because if you keep promoting it, that it's profitable for them to do so. So don't just think of it as plain black and white. If I'm getting 2 to 3x return on ads, think about what's going to come on. Every three sales I bring Indiegogo, they're going to generate me at least one sale. And that's how your maths should work out. So you should create goals of what you want and how you plan to raise the money. And think about the long term, not just the short term. Indiegogo has another thing. It's got flexible funding or it's got fixed funding. Flexible funding is, say for example, you've set a goal of 50,000 and you only end up raising 10,000. With the flexible funding goal, you can have access to all of that, which is really good, because a lot of the times you have a lot of volatility in a product, and sometimes you don't need 50,000. You'll still be able to create the project with 10,000. So again, you need to work out your goals and your ambitions and the money that you're trying to generate. Also, don't put the goal really low if you can't make it. There's no point saying I can make a watch, and even if we raise 10,000, I'll still be able to deliver them watches. If your true cost of making that watch is 50,000, then this is what you need to do. A fixed funding goal is what it is. You say you want 50,000, and if you raise 49,000, then you lose it all. You've got to have fixed funding. Fixed funding is if you don't hit that 50,000, then you lose everything. So this is another thing that's really important, and it's a real reason why a lot of people end up choosing Indiegogo, because of the flexibility it allows. The other thing Indiegogo is good for is countries. It has a whole list of countries that can use the platform without any problems. Kickstarter, on the other hand, is very picky with the countries it deals with, whereas Indiegogo deals with majority of the countries. So you can set up a campaign from China, you can set up a campaign from lots of parts of the world that Kickstarter doesn't deal with. So this is another reason why a lot of people choose Indiegogo. The other thing that I'd like to leave you with is that Indiegogo's got a great support team. They're very helpful. If your project needs to extend its duration, you can also do so. So if you're running for 30 days and you want to extend it for 60 days, you can message their support team and tell them, look, I'd like to extend it, and they're happy to do so. So that's another thing. Also, the Indiegogo InDemand is a great way to keep continuing sales even after your campaign's finished, and it will keep generating money. So as long as you keep generating Indiegogo money, they'll keep generating you money. So I hope all of them things give you a better indication or a better idea of how Indiegogo works. If you love that video, if you love what I've talked about, do share, do like, do comment. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget, I've got an amazing Facebook group with over 2,500 founders and creators that are in the same spot that you are. I've also got an amazing book all about Indiegogo and Facebook advertising. It's Facebook advertising really, but you can also use it for Indiegogo or Kickstarter. So do check out the show notes and everything else that I'm doing. It's amazing to talk to you, and catch you on the next episode.